Welcome back to another episode of What the Haul. I hope the acoustics are okay. We're trying something very different today. I finally got my hands on the new Clarins Double Serum. Start the intro. Just come out of the shower. I'm 2 Americanos into my day. Clarins is almost like a Lauder or a L'Oreal, but like on a smaller scale. This year is the 70th anniversary of the brand, created by a gentleman called Jacques Clarins. They used to own Mugler. Don't know if they still have the license deal for the Burberry Beauty when it was Wendy Rowe during that Christopher Bailey era. In the early days of like street style fashion blogging, there was a brief period when you used to see the Clarins sisters. Now they're all kind of involved in the family business. So I feel like Clarins is very much like Sisley in that it's a family operation and it's a very small assortment of brands in the portfolio. Before we get into Double Serum, we're going to do the routine. Not everyone needs a 180. Some of us just like experience. If you are part of the CeraVe cult, leave. And some of us just want skincare products that are going to balance and make us look a more fresh version of ourselves. We don't necessarily have overwhelming concerns in our skincare. And so for those reasons, some of us don't need to engage with glycolics and all of that sort of stuff. But that said, as the skincare landscape is way more sophisticated today, they try to kind of tiptoe around the trending ingredients in such a way that they don't put us the tens and hundreds of millions of people who buy from this brand. This kind of speaks to the grift that is skincare. People need to constantly be buying. They always need to have a desire for newness and want more. So we can only give them so much of what they're looking for, because if we really do give them the technology and the science to address everything, then our business folds. There's always a gift for purchase on the Clarins website, which is one of their strong points. And they always have samples of almost every single item, whether it be makeup, skincare, body. They have virtually everything to order from, starting with two of my favorite products from Clarins, their cleansing milk and toner. I think a lot of us are used to using things with detergent that foam up and feel really squeaky clean, but Clarins' milk does leave you feeling squeaky clean. You would take a very generous amount and then on dry skin, massage it on. To go through some of the Clarins marketing, they have a gesture that they want you to do, which is like almost like a suction, massage until it dissolves. You can rinse this off, no problem. Either you would use tissue. My preferred method is to use reusable cotton pads. So these are the ones from Garnier. We're gonna use the colored side to make sure, take everything off. And then on the white side, we're gonna go back over. And so you can see for the toner, I'm going to be using standard cotton. These are the Western Shiseido cotton pads. If you're going to go waterless, using the toner acts like your rinse. This used to be called the Iris. This is my favorite toner from them. In the gift, they included this, which is the one for, I believe, normal to dry skin that has saffron and aloe. It's so good. Whatever your preferred method of cleansing is, they have an option that's suitable. But this is the new one. This is the 30 ml. This launched the first week of August. This is the 9th iteration of the Double Serum. It's been going since I think roughly the 80s, and every so often it gets an upgrade. So the way that they've rolled this out, the marketing has been excellent. Some of the reels and adverts, and I can't remember what her name is, Dr. I think I want to say Owoma. I can't remember. She's got a Nigerian name. I like her. So if she is speaking on it, definitely reinforcing my love of this product. So if you see there, that's the lock, and you have a plus and a minus symbol. You can either do a small dosage or a larger dosage. Lock. Open. Big dosage. When you look at the bottle, it's one chamber with a second chamber inside of it. So there's the aqueous and the oil separated. I like to use the bigger dosage, the plus. That's an innovation that they started doing on the 8th generation, the same time as this launch. Two things. Dr. Serum came out with like a biphase or a dual chamber serum. Lancôme is currently rolling out the new Genifique in very specific markets. We'll do the 2 pumps So I don't mind bringing this close to my eyes, but they do have the double serum for the eyes if you need it. This, because it has that oily phase, it's doing two things. It's an antioxidant, and it also has this beautiful sort of luminous sort of effect. If you find this one too rich, definitely the double serum light will tick the box. It's more reminiscent of Night Repair, Genifique, just a totally different experience. Initially, I didn't think I would like the double serum light, but surprisingly, it was very good. And also interesting with double serum light, they position that as the product for men. It's a hot day, so really I could have gotten away with just a single pump. Now that it's getting closer to Christmas, all the advent calendars and holiday sets are starting to come out. You will see the new serum full size packaged with a duo day and night cream in the various skin types of different franchises. So this is the multi-active, and the gift for purchase, they included super restorative. Surprisingly, it's really nice. This is the moisturizer for all skin types. It does have quite a lot of vitamin C. When I was on dark fan, I sometimes would use Predomine or Stimul Skin in my 20s, and those products weren't necessarily for me. So it's not surprising that I like the moisturizer that's for the people over 50. Definitely put questions and comments down below if there's things I didn't clear up. At the time of this recording, there's been some changes in terms of their distribution in Canada. The Bay used to be the place to get Clarins. One of the first facials I ever had was at a Clarins cabine. They're no longer selling it. Last year or this year, they came out with the Precious series, which is a very expensive range. Prices are comparable to Shiseido Future Solution, Lauderdale Restorative. You can find it at Holtz now. You can find it at Saks. On the American Amazon website, you can order Clarins. They have a dedicated storefront there. If you are like a loyal Clarins person, the place to buy the stuff is directly from their website. You get points. Just this double serum alone, I got 1,100 points plus the gift for purchase. Had I waited a couple of days, they were doing double the points. And at the very minimum, you can get a $15 voucher for 1,500 points. When I used to work at L'Occitane close to Avenue, I'm like 100% sure that there used to be a brick and mortar Clarins spa somewhere in Yorkville. Whether you want to spend $50 on a moisturizer or you want to spend $400 on a serum, Clarins has options for everyone. Most long weekends, they will do family and friends. And their family and friends is, if you spend over a certain threshold, you get 25%. I would be wary about buying product from Sephora. There are cases where the product will be a few dollars more at Sephora versus other retailers. God knows why. That's definitely something to consider. Even though we live in the era of like skintellectuals on Reddit, e-commerce, you can buy absolutely anything from anywhere, anytime. But some of us need to actually touch, smell, and feel our products. It's not enough just to hear the recommendation. We need to see it firsthand to decide whether or not we want to engage with it. Virtually anywhere in the world, you can go to a department store. You may be traveling and you'll find it in a duty free. You'll be able to engage with these products and actually make those sorts of decisions. A lot of times it is a leap of faith. And of course, their website, like I said, if you try one thing, you can get loads of samples, right? And try things that you would have never had otherwise. Like I had never used this. It's not for me. I do think this is excellent. Do you use Clarins? Sound off below. Let me know what your favorites are. Thumbs up, thumbs down, however this moved you. Subscribe, share. Thank you for listening. Thank me for speaking. And I will catch you in the next one. Adios.